Let's now take you to East Africa, where mourners gathered to bury the dead as bodies lay in a Khartoum hospital on Sunday, following deadly shelling and gunfire, which resumed after the end of 24-hour ceasefire in Sudan. Witnesses say only 10 minutes after the truce ended at 6 a.m. on Sunday, the city was rocked again by shelling and clashes. Until now, nothing has been heard from General Hamditi. For over a month, there has been speculation that he has been killed in an airstrike in Khartoum with his brother Abdul Karim, who is his second in command. Well, freelance journalist Mo Sani Aliyu joins me on the news from Nyala Defer, the RSF stronghold, for updates. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Aliyu.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so what can you tell us about the general's movement? There have been speculations about whether he is alive or he is dead.
Yes, right here in Niala, in Darfur, this is the hometown of General Abdul, okay, that is the general himself, Hamiti, Hamdan Daglo, the RSF commander. And the speculation around his whereabouts is really very strong here. Of course, coming from this part of Sudan. There was a time when, after the attack, two senior or high-ranking RSF commanders were brought into Niala to a hospital here where they were operated on, and the speculation, became really strong that it was General Hamid himself and his brother. They were actually inside a hospital in Khartoum when the Sudanese army got some intel about them.
All right. Mr. Lee, are you there? All right, so I think you might need to unmute your device so we can hear you even further. Mr. Lee, we'd like you to unmute your device. But let me quickly also ask, thanks for expatiating on that question earlier on. But let me ask you very quickly on this one. Fighting has indeed resumed again. I mean, we just saw in the news immediately the ceasefire was ended. It resumed again, even though peace talks are set to be ongoing in Saudi Arabia. What do you make of this, following up what just took place as well? Mr. Lee, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
What I said fighting just resumed again following the peace talks. Can you shed more insight on that as well?
Yes, actually, the ceasefire, or the so-called ceasefire that has been agreed upon in Jeddah by the United States, and Saudi Arabia, and with the representatives of the two sides, the conflict has never been observed fully here in Sudan. Niala is the second largest city in Sudan, and it has always had firefights day in, day out. Every night, we've got mortar shells falling across the city. So most Sudanese will tell you that there has never been any observance of the ceasefire. But in Khartoum, where most of the civilians have left, those that are still in the city have been ordered to leave, because there is speculation that after the ceasefire, this very thing will happen. And people are not wrong. You can see that the city is being racked again by heavy weapons. A lot of aircraft are flying around, firing missiles into buildings. One can see everything has gone back to the way it was just before the ceasefire.
All right, so just to wrap things up very quickly, can you confirm to us that the general is still alive? Following conversations, statements made by people that he is no longer alive. Can you confirm? Do you have that confirmation?
I do not have that information. I cannot confirm if he's alive or dead. Nobody knows where he is. Even the RSF commanders here in Niala, I spoke to some of them. They keep telling me that they are on the last command that was given to them, that they should hold their grounds in Niala and neighboring states in Darfur. Nobody knows where he is. That's the only thing that can be said. The only sure thing is that General Muhammad Hamdan Daglo has disappeared. Nobody knows where he is.
Anyway, thank you so much for shedding more light on that. Mo Sani Ali, a freelance journalist who has joined us to talk about this current situation there. Well, we look forward to join you again or have you join us so we can discuss further if there's any latest updates. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
All right.